Okay, I'm going to show you how to list your Google My Business page. It doesn't even matter if you've got a website or not, to be honest. It's best if you do, but if you don't, it doesn't really matter. Okay, right, I'm going to show you now as if using this as I'm coming in as a guest. I'm pretending I'm a guest because if I go in as myself, it automatically goes to my management page. So you would go into, let's say, google.com and then search for Google My Business. Okay. Now, this always assumes that you have a Gmail email address. You need to have a Gmail account. Once you've got that, because that might stop you getting in here. So set up a Gmail account. Just go to mail.google.com. That's it. And then you just create a Gmail account, a Gmail address, and you need to enter that to get into this, to set up a Google My Business page. Now, once you've gone here, you've searched Google My Business, it'll bring you up to here, and you just click on Create. Okay, this is where you would add your Gmail address. So I've got one here, just test one, which is neatstreet360 at gmail.com would be com. I must write goon for some reason. .com. All right, so let me in now. It's asking me to verify my thing, which I am going to do now. Okay, so let me in, thank goodness. Right, now this is where it all begins. All right, type your business name. Okay, for the benefit of this exercise, I'm going to use residential and commercial surveys. It's a long one, I'm afraid. Residential and commercial surveys.com. Okay, that's it. And that's actually, it's a website as well, so that's fine. Business category. I'm doing this, see, for the first time. So this is what it's going to be like for you if you've never been through it. I don't usually do it this way because I have things already set up, so it's a lot quicker for me because I have about 15 or 20 accounts that I manage. This lake sector will show up on match with customer. Yeah, so you want to tick yes for that. I'm actually going to put in a fictitious address because it's actually located in Cincinnati, this one. I have no idea what the zip code is. 15202. So I'm just making this up as I go along, but you will actually have an accurate address. I'm just going to connect. Yeah, do that. Do you also serve customers outside this location? So you say yes. Click next. This is basically just telling you, asking you, should I say, where you operate. If you don't operate from a shop, let's say if you operate, or a store, but you operate at other people's locations, you travel to them, then you would put in, see here where it says Manhattan, New York. If you're just in and around, let me just drag out of here. If you're in and around Cincinnati, for instance, you could say Fairmont, North Avondale, Oakley, that kind of thing. Let's do that. North Avondale, Cincinnati. See, is there one? Oakley, Cincinnati. Yeah. Okay, that kind of thing. You could put a whole list there, probably 10 or 20 different locations, so it covers you. It's very important, the location, because it actually tells Google where you're working, and anybody that's searching within that area, it will pop you up in that search results. So say contact phone number. Right, I actually do have a website for this, so it's 3211. That's the website. Next. And finish. Right, now, this is where the fun begins. Let it do its thing. Now here you give all your business hours. Let's say open Monday. Let's say you're doing just Monday to Friday, for safety's sake, and you're doing 9 o'clock till 6 o'clock. Let's say 9 a.m. You can actually copy and paste this. I will clean this all up so you don't have to go through all the nonsense. Save that. Set messages. Skip that. All right. Now this is where you want to put a lot of detail in here. I'm just going to put what we do, and surveys for residential and commercial projects. Right, here you see you've got 750 words here. This is where you can really tell Google about your business, and it tells customers, so it helps people find you. If you can put lots of keywords about your business in there and use up all 750 characters. Don't do what I did just here, because that doesn't help. So the more information you can give Google, the more easily you'll get found, and the more chances you'll get to pop up into the search boxes, into the results. Now here, photographs. Add some photographs. Okay, what have I got here? Let's select photo images. Aerial view. There we go. Oh, it doesn't matter. Let's do that. Now, you can put loads, again, as with the description, put loads of information, fill it up. Here, I would put add photos. I would add 20 photographs at least, right? Just go around, take photographs of whatever you do and just put them in here. As many photographs as you can, and make sure that they are local to where they are taken in a location where you actually work. So if you work in Cincinnati, just make sure these photographs are taken in and around Cincinnati or whatever, because each photograph is geotagged. We can change that. We can alter the geotags to make it look, to all intents and purposes, that it was taken in the location where you are, but just make sure that the photographs are in the location that you take. So don't go and say, this is a swimming pool I fitted and it's somewhere in Australia if you're in New Jersey. It doesn't work. All right, next, we've had one photograph there. Claim your credit. Let's forget that for now, but this is something you can do if you want to. Your business profile is almost ready. Okay, continue. All right, get started. Now this is the page that you will always see when you come in to manage your GMB page. We call it GMB for short. Okay, so this is where you go into info. You've got to fill out as much of this as possible. This is pending, and I'll show you what to do about the pending situation. Essentially, I'll tell you now what you need to do later on in the process. You will request a verification code, and that's sent by a postcard to your address, your business address, whatever address you put in the system. This address is not necessarily visible on your website or whatever, or visible to the public, because you might not even have a business address, because you work outside of that and you go to other people's locations. But they just need to verify that you are a real bona fide business, that you actually do exist, and this is where you're based. So they send a card to that address, and on that card will be a 5-digit number. Let's see if I've got one here. There we go. It'll look like this. And then you'll type that number on this page. There'll be a link in there. You just go to that link, type that number in, and it says you're verified. Okay. Very often there will be a glitch because of COVID that's happening, that they will complain, say, oh, something's gone wrong. There needs to be a human being. They want to verify, double verify everything. So, but I can show you how to do that later if that pops up. Okay, now info, this is where you've got to start filling out everything. Okay, so there you can see where we put your hours in. So they popped up here. You can edit them. You just go in there and you can edit them. Land surveyor. Now in here, you can actually, look, land surveying office, oh, hand surgeon, interesting. You can actually add other categories that you belong to. So that's quite straightforward. And I would actually fill that all out. This is your address that you'll verify. Add special hours if you've got special hours, like you do work some hours on Sundays or you work Christmas Day, things like that. You can add a short name for your business that makes it snappy, which is great. There's your website, your products. You can add or edit your products. Add your services. Now, this is a big thing. So this is basically what I did earlier. Add another service. Just add all the services that you actually carry out. What have I done there? Go back there. Okay. And this, again, this is where I just put the basic. We do land surveys for residential, commercial construction projects. Fill that out. You can add photographs here. So once you're on this page, you can actually go in and amend everything. You don't have to, whatever you put in initially, you don't have to do it all right away today anyway, because this page won't be visible until you've had your business verified. All of this other stuff doesn't really matter. Complete your business profile. This is quite an important thing. You can add a logo here. Add a logo to your business logo here. That all makes it look much more professional if you fill all this out. So you've got to choose a. Okay, yeah, we got it. Choose a logo, choose a cover photograph. You can add videos on here. Interior. This is basically showing the inside of your business location. If you want to do that, you don't have to, but it can be, other people's locations. You can also put 360-degree photographs. You'll notice that my email address that I typed in was Neat Street 360. That's because I used to do a lot of 360 photographs, and it helps Google to believe everything about your business. All you're doing here is proving to Google that you actually do exist and you're a bona fide business and you're not somebody just sort of trying to cheat the system. Reviews. Now, this is another thing that is really important. It adds more authority to your listing if you've got reviews. Even if you just get one review with 5 stars on there, when you turn up in the Google searches and other people that are in there, they've got no reviews and you have 5 stars. It might be just one review, but it's got 5 stars against their nothing. It really helps. So it's worth doing. Okay, I think that basically wraps it all up. But what you're going to do, pending. Wow, it's actually verified my business. Listings may be reviewed for quality and take up to 3 days to be published. That is weird. I hadn't seen that before. It must be something to do with COVID, because what they would normally do is send you a postcard, like I showed you. One of these postcards. And you need to put that number in. And there will be a thing that pops up that says, verify your business. I'm pretty sure it's going to do that for you. And then this might be because it's something new they're doing, but I don't believe it myself. Something's gone wrong there. But basically, they will send you a card, and there'll be something very visible on the page that shows you verify your listing, your GMB, your Google My Business listing. And you'll just click on that, and they'll send you a postcard. Usually takes about, they say 3 to 5 days. I would say, 5 to 10 days, 2 weeks. And when that comes, as soon as it comes, go in there and put that number in. It shows you exactly where it is. There's Google verify my business.com is on there, and all hunky-dory, and off you go. Okay, if you need any help, just go to claimyourgmb.com. That's my website, claimyourgmb.com, and you can contact me there if you've got any questions. There's a form in there. Then there's also a phone number, so you give me a call or send me an email, and I'll be glad to help you out. Okay, it's something that's very important. I would just tell you. There's one website that I run, and my Google My Business page was stopped for a week, and I lost something like 50 phone calls. And generally, if it stops for a month, I get over 100 phone calls every month through that GMB page alone. Okay, because it's in the box, and it shows my details in there, and it's got some 5 stars in there. Not many reviews in there, to be honest, but they're 5 stars, and I get over 100 calls for that. And that's an appliance repair business. It's nothing to do with me doing SEO or any fancy web stuff. This is a rock solid brick and mortar business, and when the phone stops, it costs several $1,000s were lost that particular week. And so I went straight back in there and appealed to find out why it was disabled or suspended, and they apologized and put it back up, and the phone started ringing again. So it's very important that you get your listing in that map pack, and I can help you do that if you're struggling. Just let me know. Okay, all good. Take care and keep safe.